Real quick before this video starts, I just want to say that this reaction was taken from a couple months back from a viewer music submission livestream. These live streams will be returning next week, and we're going to be doing 3 of them a week, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, so make sure you stop in whenever I'm doing one of them, submit me some music if you want, and you can see my thoughts on whatever song you want me to listen to. With that being said, enjoy the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Human Reviews channel, and today we have been sent in another Beatles album by Chivo. We were sent in Rubber Soul. Chivo has sent me in 2 Beatles albums this stream. We just finished listening to Please Please Me, and now we are listening to Rubber Soul. This album came out in 1965. It is 14 songs, 35 minutes. It's pretty short. I like that. I like when an album isn't too long. With that being said, let's get straight into this. Track 1, Drive My Car. Yeah, the bass sounds fantastic. I don't know how much sense this makes as an opener to an album. I'm not really getting the feeling of an opener with this song, but the sound of this is great, so I don't really mind that much. I told that girl I could start right away. She said, listen, babe, I got something to say. Yeah, that was a solid open. I like that a lot. I think I'd give that an 8.6. That's a great way to start the album off. It's fun, it's energetic, catchy as hell, fantastic bass line on that one too. I don't know how much sense it makes as an opener. I feel like I don't get, like I said earlier, I don't really get the feeling of an opener with that song, but I don't mind it that much because the song itself is great. 8.6. Up next we have Norwegian Wood.
Had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. So I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. She told me she worked in the morning and started to laugh.
Do I play video games? Yeah, I have a gaming channel. I don't use it that much, but I want to start using it more. Okay, that song was good, but I wouldn't quite say it's great. I feel like sonically that song just didn't interest me as much as the first one, and it didn't really have anything that made me feel like I'd want to come like returning to this. But still, I think it was a solid track. Storytelling is on point, the writing's fantastic. John Lennon's vocal performance on this one as well, really strong. Yeah, that was solid. I think I'd give this one like a 7.6. Yeah, it was good. Should rank the songs on a tier list? Nah. When I first started doing this channel, I was considering doing something like that at the end of the videos, but the ranking's kind of obvious because you know, I give specific scores to all the songs. You Won't See Me up next.
When I call you up,
do I miss the long hair? No. The long hair sucks.
if you won't see me, you won't see me, you won't see me. I wouldn't mind if I knew they're filled with tears. And since
Fade Out kind of sucks, but besides that, I love that. That was my favorite up to this point. I think I'd give that one like a flat 9, honestly. That was the catchiest, most impactful, the smoothest as well. I think that the instrumental on that one was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I have basically no complaints about that one. That was solid as hell.
he's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nuts for nobody ever points.
There we go. Guilty pleasure. I don't really have guilty pleasures. If I like something, I like something, you know? There's no point in feeling guilty about it, you know? first 4 tracks on this album have it's been off to a very strong start. I give this one an 8.8, I think. One of my favorite vocal performances so far, absolutely. Yeah, the lyrics on this one are also very interesting, talking about a guy who's just like, I guess, sleepwalking his way through life. Yeah, talking about like he's blind as he can be, just sees what he wants to see. He takes his time, doesn't hurry, he leaves it all till someone lends him a hand. Like, it's literally just someone sleepwalking their way through life, taking no action, not doing anything for himself, not doing anything for anybody else either. It's portrayed in a very interesting way, and I feel like this is maybe the strongest written song up to this point. Yeah, I like that one a lot. 8.8. Think for Yourself.
I've got a word or two to say about the things that you do, about the good things that we can have if we close our eyes. Think for yourself, 'cause I won't be there with you.
It's like the song's encouraging the Nowhere Man. I was thinking the same thing. It actually works really well in context after that track. Yeah, this was my favorite up to this point. This is the most fun song so far, I think. It was the catchiest, it was the most immediate. I feel like it's the one that I would find myself returning to the most out of all the songs so far, and this was hands down my favorite. 9.4, really, really strong. Up next, The Word.
Say the word and you'll be free. Say the word and be like me. Misunderstood, but now I've got it. The word is good, and you'll be free.
Ringo's cooking on this one. Listen, the biggest thing that people have had problems with is me saying that Ringo isn't the best drummer of all time. He's cooking on this one. These drums are great, especially when paired with that shaker.
Now that I know what I feel must be right, I'm here to show everybody the light. So fine, it's sunshine, it's the word.
You bring in that really cool sounding thing at the end there, and just for it to fade out, really? Honestly, that song could have maybe used an extra, like, 20 seconds of, like, an instrumental bit at the end there. That could have been really cool. Outside of that, that was my second favorite up to this point. That song went hard as hell. Firstly, Ringo was actually cooking on that one. There was actually some really cool stuff going on with the drums on that track. That is possibly the catchiest up to this point. I feel like that's going to be the one that's stuck in my head the most after I'm finished with the album. And also, I feel like outside of maybe the end being cut off a little too soon, I feel like the pacing on this one is great. Yeah, this album is, it's actually living up to my expectations. Up next we have Michelle. What's my all-time favorite song? It is Weird Fishes by Radiohead.
Michelle, my belle, these are words that want to say.
Let's change the stereo. That's so good. This sounds really nice as it is. Dedicated to Michelle Obama in 2009 in a concert at the White House. Wait, actually? You see a Beatles marathon stream? Two Beatles albums in the span of a stream is kind of wild. Okay, that one wasn't my favorite up to this point, but still, I thought it was solid. I thought it was fun. It was kind of cute. I give it an 8.5, I think. Not the most mind-blowing song on the album up to this point, but I still thought it was great regardless. Obama requested it to pull directly. That's kind of cool. Up next.
What goes on? The other day I saw you as I walked along the road. It's so easy for a girl like you to lie. But now the tide is turning, I can see that I was blind. Tell me why. What goes on in your heart?
Fun Ringo track. Not my favorite up to this point. Not the greatest song on the album or anything like that. But still, that was fun. It was sweet. It was kind of cute. It's one of the stronger tracks that he's written. I feel like I give that an 8.2. That's really good. I don't know. Ringo songs are never really the best on a Beatles album, but you know, when he cooks, he cooks. He's able to, you know, craft a genuinely very fun song. And I feel like that was an example of a very fun song. 8.2.
Is there anybody going to listen to my story? When I think of all the times I've tried so hard to leave her. When you
Okay,
she's
interesting
looking
switch up.
good. Was she told when she was young that pain would lead to pleasure? And
Who's the Beatles of our generation? I don't even know. Nice, that one had a really interesting structure. Like, it had that random switch up in the middle that I thought was really interesting. This one's a lot slower than a lot of the other songs on the album as well. A lot more shuffly as well. I like this one a lot. Again, I don't think it's the best song on the album up to this point, but still, I found it to be great. 8.4. I'm Looking Through You, up next. How many songs are left? We have 5 more songs left.
Looking through you, you don't look different, but you have changed. You're not the same. You're thinking of me the same old way.
When life gives you lemons, make a lemonade. Wow.
You're not the same. Yeah, maybe you changed.
Why do all of these songs fade out, man? Why do all of them fade out? The fade outs suck. Anyway, besides that, yeah, the song was solid as hell. One of my favorite vocal performances on the album up to this point. Pretty sure that was Paul McCartney on that track. His vocals are normally my favorite of the group. Yeah, it was super well written. It's the camera froze. That was super well written. It was seemingly a breakup song, and I feel like it was portrayed in a really interesting and impactful way. I will say sonically, this isn't my favorite up to this point, and it does bring it down a little bit. I feel like maybe there is a part of this where it's like I wouldn't re-listen to it as much as a lot of the others up to this point, but I don't think it brings it down that much, and I would still give this one like a flat 8, I think. Next up we have In My Life.
There are places I remember all my life. Some have gone and some remain. With lovers and friends I still can recall. There is no one compares with you. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, in my life, I love you more.
That was seemingly another breakup song. Is this entire album based around that? Is that like the running theme of this album? Is that it's songs about not necessarily breakup songs, but songs about like lost relationships in general? Not a breakup song. Let me look through these lyrics again. There are places I'll remember all my life. There's some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places had the moments with lovers and friends I still can recall. Oh, wait, hold on. No, it's a song about moving on from something. It's not necessarily a breakup song, but it's a song about looking back on memories and moving on from something. I see. That makes more sense. Yeah, this one's really sweet. I love the slower, softer sound of this song. I feel like it's honestly gorgeous. It is one of my favorite songs, like, instrumentally up to this point. Yeah, it's super, super well written, and John Lennon provides one of my favorite vocal performances up to this point on the album as well. I absolutely love that one. I think I give that one like a flat 9. Next up, Wait.
It's been a long time. I won't delay.
I feel like this one fits really well in.
I've been alone.
Nice, I felt like that one was a much needed burst of energy for the album, as well as just working really well contextually after that previous song. The last song was talking about having fond memories of somewhere but feeling like you need to move on, and then this one was like almost the complete opposite of that, being like, it's been a long time but now I'm going back. I'm coming back home, going back to where it was you started from, I guess. I feel like lyrically, the two songs, even though they're basically the complete opposite, work so well back to back, and I honestly really enjoy that placement. Bro, my brain is just being so slow today. Like, I'm not able to put my words out in any sort of coherent way today, bro. Basically, song good, placement fantastic, much needed burst of energy after that previous song. Like it a lot. 8.7? If I needed someone. I need to get more sleep. It would make me so much better at what I do.
But you see now I'm too much in love. Carve your number on my wall and maybe you will get a call.
Yeah, the harmonies were fantastic on that one. Yeah, that was sweet. That was fun. Let me go back through this. Let me look at these lyrics again. If I needed someone to love, you're the one I'd be thinking of. If I needed someone, if I had some more time to spend, I guess I'd be with you, my friend. Yeah, this album has a lot of, like, really sweet songs on it, lyrically, and this is no exception. I mean, yeah, writing-wise, again, this is just fantastic. Sonically speaking, I will say it's not my absolute favorite so far. There's some cool stuff going on with the vocals. The harmonies are great, but I feel like instrumentally, again, this is one that maybe I wouldn't return to as much as some of the others. But I still feel like it's the writing and the general sound of the album as well is still solid enough to the point where I would give this like a low 8, like a probably a flat 8, honestly. Last track, Run for Your Life. Oh my god, that... Yeah, lyrically, this one is like... That is a crazy emoji combo. Okay. Wow, what a way to end this album off. You know, I think this I might make this my review for the album. That might be a little bit messed up, but it's, I wish I could put emojis as my review on Album of the Year, but I don't think I can. If I wouldn't put that, actually. I feel like that's a bit much. Lyrically speaking, what? It's straight up, it's just straight up this message right here, that the song may as well just be called that. The sound of that song was fun, the harmonies sounded nice. John Lennon provided a solid vocal performance, but the lyrics are like, yikes, you know what I'm saying? It feels wrong giving this a 7, but I am feeling a 7.2 on that. It feels weird giving it that though. John Lennon, exactly. Hey, people seem to agree with me. The general user score for that is a 74. Oh, and the fact that the song is called Run for Your Life as well. Jesus Christ. Let's figure out the big number for the album. I'm predicting a high 8, I think is what my score is going to end up being. I am feeling... Oh, that's the wrong number. I am feeling an 84 out of 100 on this album. Is that messed up to have that as my review? Is that bad? I feel like it's pretty funny just to have that be the review and then give the album an 8 out of 10. Is that pushing it? I don't feel like it is. I mean, if you guys have watched B's video, there's one clip in the video that B made where I say something absolutely outrageous that's honestly worse than this. So, you know. That was Rubber Soul by the Beatles. This album is a very fun front-to-back experience. It's, up to this point, I will say it's definitely not my favorite Beatles album. I feel like it is, I don't know, up to this point, I feel like it's the one that stood out to me the least. It's still very fun, it's consistent, it has plenty of catchy songs. I still think it's a great album. But out of all of the albums up to this point, I feel like it's just the one that stood out to me the least, even less than the White Album. Even though I will say, as a front-to-back experience, I enjoyed this more than the White Album.
I just feel like it doesn't have that same, like, defining thing about it. Like, the White Album is like their super long album with a bunch of experiments. Rubber Soul is like that album but more tightened up. A Day in the Life is their conceptual album, and then Abbey Road is like their masterpiece. I feel like this album is the first one where I will just say it just didn't really stand out to me. But still, I thought it was great. I gave it an 8.4. It's by no means a bad album. It's far from a bad album. I just, up to this point, it's not exactly my favorite from them necessarily. And that is going to do it for this reaction to Rubber Soul. Let me know what you thought of this album down below. Do you love it? Do you hate it? How does it compare to other Beatles albums for you? Let me know what the next Beatles album you want me to listen to is. Let me know what other albums you want me to listen to as well down below from any other artists. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're on our way to 2,000 subs. Links in the description to my Discord and my album of the year and my other channel, as well as my Twitter. Make sure you go hit those up. They're all in the description. Go to all those if you haven't. And yeah, I will see you all whenever I next stream or upload. Bye bye.